I'm a ukulele Bill, and this is Waited On. We are at Davenport, Sneeze, Providence. Daria is on vacation. However, we were waited on by Katie, also another great server. When I was here with the classmates, Katie waited on us. The classmates were very happy when she was our server. Why do we go out on Saturdays and Sundays? Does not take hardly any time for her to get mad. She is always in a negative mood, never proud of me. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't too keen on doing that. However, that's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called Instruments. Oh God, what titles. As I lay down on my head on the pillow, I think back to the days gone by. My grandmother taught me how to play chopsticks on the piano. My father played great. He could play by ear. I took piano lessons and was starting to get pretty good. It was then my father told me the pianos would never make them small. Well, as time went by, they were made smaller. I now have 2 keyboards. My brother had a Gibson electric guitar. I then started the guitar lessons, but now I have 3 guitars, 4 ukuleles, a sax, and a clarinet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is called Cemetery. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. I am just a cemetery walking man, trying to do the best that I can. It is quiet and safe. Walking, I do not have to worry about somebody running me over. I'm just a walking cemetery man. When I see a flag on the ground, to me it's disrespectful to the veterans who are buried there. If I find a flag not waving in peacetime, I try to put it back so it waves. If my health is fine, so will be it. The walking is it's great exercise. So where I am almost every day, just a cemetery walking man. This is called app. This is what McDonald's has for an app. I am McDonald's, cannot use the app. Have over 70,000 points. Lost 20,000 points. Things on the app I do not eat. Why I found the app, made a mistake. My wife uses it as a deal to get a large coffee. However, it's not always on a special. At one time, had 90,000 points. All I ever get, I lose 9,000 at a time, here and there. Why have the app If the food I cannot use, like every other thing in today's economy, then people have to eat the foods being unhealthy. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever eaten the McDonald's French fries, I found out how they're made, how they're cooked. And ladies and gentlemen, man, I don't think you'd want to eat them. Sorry, McDonald's. Hey, I'm just trying to, take care of my fans out there. I don't want them to hate me, Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, this is called Married. Oh, where did you where did you find out about this song? Okay, I am a Protestant, my wife is Catholic. When I was getting married in her church, according to the priest, that was a no-no. He asked me why was it her church? What was I going to say? No, I'm not going to get married in her church because I have no respect for her? Oh well. Had to attend a marriage counseling class. My dad was mad when I told him he had to meet the priest to prove to him that I was your son. When my mother asked me if I had invited the priest, to the reception, I said no. But I ended up inviting the priest to the reception anyway. Him and my father-in-law, they had a real great time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is called Soap. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. When I am taking my shower in the morning, I'm glad my CNA is there. When I wash my hair, get soap in my eyes, need to sit down right away. If I get soap in my eyes, I get totally discombobulated. In case I fall with soap in the eyes, it's not fun. Shampoo and condition every morning. It's true on the weekends. My wife is home, but she's not there. Have to be extra careful when I wash my hair. Get soap in my eyes. Hey, how about that one, folks? Whoa. All right, now this is Dancing to the Song in My Heart. When I first saw you, I knew that someone as pretty as you. Tune in my heart, and I knew right that minute you for me. I dancing to a song in my heart. Did not need music. All I knew, we were dancing under the stars till eternity. Then out of the world I heard an alarm going off. Woke me up out of the blue. Yes, I was dreaming, but I woke up and you were gone. I did not have the time for your name. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, but what a dream that was. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this here is called Life. It is all about everyday life and the game of life. Either a husband or a wife lose their life. Would you find yourself mourning at the grave site every day, or go on living your life? There are things that need to be done. Do you have a plan? If someone loses their life. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I walk the cemetery every day and I see these people. They come with their cars and they just mourn the person. That's their life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. This is birthday. Okay. I was sitting on a bench on Water Street in Block Island. A passerby and she asked me, could I sing happy birthday for her boyfriend? She was videoing me. I laughed so hard, could not play it right. I kept on laughing. She said I was doing a great job. My friend Roger, who worked at the 1661, could not stop laughing. After she left, I played it perfectly. I could not play at 4 to 5 at 1661 anymore. But I was getting better attention. Worked out better. Oh, God, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you couldn't tell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this here is called A Songwriter's Life. It ain't easy having a songwriter's life. My wife says give it a break. But when we get an idea, we have to write it down right away. If we get interrupted, I lose my thoughtless, whatever you want to call it. When folks, that's what happened to me. I needed to get back on track. It wasn't easy. Will every song become a hit or not? Just one song. I become established. So I just keep on trying. I do not give up. A songwriter's life is hard work. A songwriter's life is never done. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, songwriter's life is like, I'll wake up during the middle of the night and I have music on my brain 24 hours a day. So I have to get up, get that pad ready, get that pencil ready, and bingo, I have to write down notes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this here is, I came home early one day. I saw you in his arms, showing all your your charms. I am leaving after 15 years. All you can say is goodbye. You made a mistake. You came running back. I said no. You said that you loved me. So why did you go run with him? He bought you everything except love, for which I found out he had others. But you made a mistake. I found someone new now. You must pay the price. Found out too late that she was the cause of her divorce. Yeah, I guess some people, they want to get caught cheating just so they can have a reason to leave that person. However, folks, hey, you better be darn sure of what you do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is called Ice. Better have your papers. Ice is coming. Not the kind that you skate on or put on a sore back. They can either come and arrest you or deport you back to your country. If you're an attorney, your papers be legal. Criminals, watch out. Uncle Sam wants you. You might be going home, man. You better watch out. You better not cry, 'cause ice is coming with zip ties. No more chicken, rice, only ice. Yeah, I'll tell you, folks, ice is really, they just come along and, they don't care who you are. If you're illegal or if your visa has ran out and you still not had left the country, wow. All right. This here, folks, is my first song from 1952. When you turn your red light on. I don't know why it's true, but baby, I go for you. When you turn your red light on, half hour later I'll be gone. You got what I am looking for. By the time I get turned on, my half hour is gone. Some night I won't need you, because I'll find someone new. Your price will be too high, but like a fool, I'll keep paying the price. You had what I was looking for. Then I walked around with a smile, forgot life for a while. Got fired, went broke, but you thought it was a joke. You took on more than you could, took drugs, went high, now I'm finally a lonely guy. Don't know why I love you, but you had something I need. When you held me oh so tight, you made me forget what's wrong or what's right. Now I'm a happy man, finally found some bed I knew. Went by your house late last night, no longer was your red light on. In my mind I still recall the times I spent with you. I loved you so very much, wanted to tell you so, but to you I was just another paying customer. How much about love did you really know? Ladies and gentlemen, that was from 1972. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, whoa. Ladies, as long as I got ladies right, gentlemen, A. This song is Our Love Was Strong. Strong? 53 years together? Well, hey, it's a song. Ha ha. Our love was strong till he came along. To my surprise, you said you would never leave, that we were together for eternity. Woke up and you were gone. What did I do wrong? I thought our love was strong, but what? Not rich enough for you? Go ahead, take his love instead, but don't come running back. You think I'll be hurt and cry for you to come back? I was fine before I met you. Will you be easy to forget? Too many girls in the sea, you took my love for granted. You can be replaced. Wait for a while. Play, enjoy my vacation. You did not really know me. No, you really knew me at all. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you think everything's going fine, and all of a sudden, bingo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I'm going to have time to play this song, but you know something? I think I will. This is called I Fell in Love Too Easily. When I first saw you, I cried inside. With you for 10 years at my side, why you left me for another. People ask me why, if I knew I never would have cried. Still can't forget you, no matter how I try. My friends say, forget her, she doesn't love you. Sure, you're a man, make a stand, find someone new. June 16th, 1965, Tolman graduation night. My friend Lester and I went for a ride that night to find out what was going on. Went down a side street. There were girls getting together. So I pulled over to the side of the street. When Lester asked me why, I said, let's crash a party. He could not believe me. That night I met Connor. We danced on the sidewalk, arms wrapped around each other. Thought I found true love. Beautiful redhead. Thought heaven sent an angel. We slow dance under the stars, shining above. How Lester was doing, who cared? I still have her picture. When she broke up, I was broken-hearted. She said she was going to Ohio to attend art class. Well, did she really go? Who cares? We went out for 6 months. Seemed like a lifetime. I drove a 62 Chevy Nova. I was gullible. Fell in love too easily. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Okay, I got 2 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for today. I want to thank Caroline for being here today. And everything went well, I thought anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, hey, listen, thanks a lot for spending this half hour with me. And I'll do it again next Thursday. And good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams come true. Yeah, good night, sleep tight. Yeah, may your pleasant dreams come to you. Yeah, okay. Here's a wish and a prayer. Yeah, that every dream comes true. And though it's always sweet sorrow to part, you know you'll always remain in my heart. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that every dream comes true. And now till we meet again, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. And ladies and gentlemen, remember what Lawrence Welk always said, keep a song in your heart. And take care, folks. Bye-bye.